Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. My name is Lorrien, and in today's video I thought I would do a nail video. I haven't done one of these in so long, and that's only because I don't do nails anymore, and then when I do it's just mainly on myself or I trim my daughter's nails. But for those of you that don't know, I am a licensed manicurist and I have been since 2009, so whatever the math is, I don't even know, like 12-13 years at this point. But I did nails for 10 years straight and I enjoyed it so much, but I had decided to stop doing nails and use my degree, which I did, and then I ended up having babies and now I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Well, not just a stay-at-home mom, but you guys get the picture. But yeah, I thought I would just share some tips with you. I really want to incorporate more of these nail videos on my channel because it's my passion. It's what I love. Like I said, I don't have anyone's nails to do other than my own. Maybe my husband. Maybe I can pull my husband in. Yeah, that'd be a good one. But anyways, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to help your manicure last longer, whether that's a regular manicure or a gel polish manicure. These are 5 tips that I swear by. Back when I did nails, these were like my top. Is that a spider? There was a spider and it threw me off. Like I was saying, back when I did nails, these were 5 steps that I swore by. Like, these will make your manicure last so much longer, if not double the time. So if you are interested in hearing my 2 cents and what my 5 favorite tips are, then first be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Turn your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos from me, and let's get right into it. So starting out, tip number 1, whether that's a regular manicure or a gel polish manicure, and when I say regular manicure, I don't mean like you're a basic B. What I'm trying to say is regular polish. So if you're using just regular polish, not gel or anything like that, you want to start off by doing a dry manicure. This was more so like for when you got a gel polish manicure, but I noticed that this worked just as well for when you were using regular polish. So when I say dry manicure, I mean basically don't soak your hands in those little water bowls. So when you go to a nail salon and you ask for a manicure, they always bring out that little dish of warm soapy water. Sometimes it can have cuticle oil in it, cuticle softener, some type of potion, lotion in there to soften your cuticles. But what that's doing is just wetting your nail bed, softening it, and making it more brittle. And honestly, just think of your nail bed as a sponge. When the sponge is dry and then you pour water on it or place it in a bowl of water, that sponge absorbs all that water and expands. So that's essentially your nail bed. So your nail bed has now soaked up all that water and expanded, and when you apply polish on it, and over time throughout the day, by the next day, your nail bed is starting to shrink back and dry back to its normal size. And when it's drying back to its normal size, that polish will lift up and chip. So if you're like, well, how do I remove my cuticles then? How do I push back my cuticles? All you really need is a good cuticle remover or cuticle softener. I use one by the brand Blue Cross, I believe it is. I will put a picture on the screen here. Blue Cross is amazing. You just apply it to your cuticles and then it pushes back. Like, you're like, what? I didn't even know I had that much cuticle. So yeah, you don't need to soak your hand in a bowl of water. I mean, if you're just going for like a spa day and you just want to feel good, you're not worried about your polish lasting, then go for it. But if your goal is to have a nice looking polished manicure, then skip the bowl of water. Tip number 2 is file your nails in the same direction. I know people out there are probably like, I'm not doing that. That takes forever. It does. But if you have really soft, brittle nails that just crack if you stare at them, which I know a lot of people do, or they just chip and break easily, then file in the same direction. And what I mean by that is, so you have your nails, you have your file. You want to go in the same direction. So if you're going from left to right, keep going left to right. Don't go back and forth zigzagging, because if you have those soft brittle nails, all you're doing is basically shredding your nail. Some people don't care. Some people have, you know, more healthier nails, thicker nails, so you can do that whole back and forth zigzagging motion. But if you have those soft nails, you want to keep just filing in that same direction. So speaking of filing, Tip number 3 would be to get a fine grit file. So the one I use here is a little dusty because this is my personal one, but this is a 100/180 grit. So the lower the number, the more coarse the file. The higher the number, the finer it is. So this would be the more coarse side, which is the 100 side, and then this would be the 180, which is more fine. So I would say to always use the 180, the finer side, for your natural nails. It's not as rough and it'll be gentler on your nail. The more coarse side will definitely probably shred up your nails. So you just want to get a finer grit file to file your natural nails going in that same direction. I promise you, you will notice a difference. Tip number 4, do not over nip. So if you are brave enough to nip your own cuticles after you've pushed them back, do not over nip. What you want to do is after you push back your cuticles, take like a lint-free pad, apply some alcohol on it, and just wipe off that yucky cuticle that came up. And then what's left, what's hanging up, is what you want to nip. A lot of people just go in and just go to town. And what you don't realize is that you're probably over nipping. And when you over nip, it's going to lead to hangnails, which is those little like skin flakes that you see lifting up at the top of your cuticle. So when you over nip, you get hangnails. And then when you over nip, basically your cuticle is fighting for its life. And what's going to happen is that it's going to grow back thicker because it's trying to protect what you just got rid of. So you don't want to over nip. You just want to remove the dead cuticle, which is, like I said, what's left after you wipe away after you pushed back your cuticles. So once you wipe away, you can see kind of what's there and what's sticking up. That's what you want to get rid of. And then last but not least, tip number 5 is make sure to clean off your nail beds really well before you apply polish. So after you've pushed back your cuticles, nipped, buffed, filed, all that jazz, you want to get a lint-free wipe, get some alcohol, and clean off your nail beds. Don't apply lotion or oil right now. Just hold off. I know your hands are going to be ashy and dry, but hold off. You want to get that lint-free wipe with the alcohol on it, wipe off your nail beds, and do not touch them. I know it's so tempting to go back and do this. Don't touch your nail beds because you're going to take the oil from your hands and you're going to be putting it right back on. So after you wipe them clean, do not touch. And it's probably best to like get a nail dehydrator. I love OPI Band-Aid. It's my favorite. I used it for I don't know how many years. C&D makes one. I believe it's Nail Fresh. But get you a good nail dehydrator. Even acetone sometimes honestly can just be a really good nail dehydrator. So dehydrate the heck out of your nails and then go ahead with your base, your color, your top. But just make sure that that nail bed is thoroughly clean before you go in with any polish. And then after they've dried for a little bit, you can apply your cuticle oil and your lotion and then you're good to go. So that is my top 5 nail tips to help your regular manicure or gel polish manicure last so much longer. I promise if you guys try these tips, you will notice a difference in your polish lasting. And if you do try these tips and do notice a difference or don't notice a difference, don't come for me if you don't. Every person's nail bed and body chemistry is different. So you could do all these tips and still not notice a difference. And honestly, that's just everyone's body chemistry. I know that health plays a huge part in nails. Like people don't think about it, but diabetes, all that kind of stuff plays a huge part in your nails, whether you think about it or not, it does. But let me know if you guys try these tips and if they work for you, leave them down in the comment section for me. I would love to read them. And then if you have any questions for me, let me know. I will try to answer them as best as I can. And I just want to thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And before you leave, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos from me. And as always, I will see you all on my next video. Bye everyone.